Look up at the night sky. See that glowing sphere we call the moon? Now, imagine it was never there. What I'm about to tell you will completely change how you see our world. Because without the moon, you wouldn't even be here to watch this video. In fact, Earth would be a planet so violent, so chaotic, that complex life as we know it would be impossible. Let me show you the nightmare world we'd be living in. What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving into one of the most mind-blowing questions in science. What would Earth look like without its moon? And trust me, the answer is way more terrifying than you think. So smash that subscribe button, because you're about to discover why we owe our very existence to that rocky ball floating 240,000 miles above us. First things first, your day would be drastically different. Right now, Earth rotates once every 24 hours. But here's what most people don't know. The moon is actually slowing down our planet's rotation through gravitational pull. Without the moon, Earth would spin like a top on steroids. A single day would only last between 6 to 8 hours. Yeah, you heard that right. Imagine trying to sleep when the sun rises and sets 3 times faster than it does now. But that's just the beginning of the chaos. These super-fast days would create catastrophic winds. We're talking hurricanes that make Category 5 storms look like a gentle breeze. Wind speeds could reach 300 miles per hour, constantly. The temperature swings between day and night would be so extreme that most life forms couldn't adapt fast enough. Now let's talk about the oceans, because this is where things get really disturbing. You know those tides that gently roll in and out every day? Those exist because of the moon's gravitational pull. Without it, the only tides we'd have would be from the sun, and they'd be about 1/3 the size. Wait, you might be thinking. Smaller tides sound better? Wrong. Tides aren't just pretty water movements. They're essential for life. Tides clean coastal ecosystems, regulate temperature, mix nutrients, and create tidal pools where early life first evolved. Without strong tides, our oceans would become stagnant zones with way less biodiversity. But here's the really scary part. Without the moon stabilizing our oceans, the super-fast rotation of Earth would create unpredictable megawaves and make sea navigation nearly impossible. Ancient civilizations, forget about them. Maritime exploration never would have happened. Okay, here's where we get to the absolute nightmare scenario. Earth's axis, that's the imaginary line our planet spins around, is tilted at 23.5 degrees. This tilt gives us our seasons. Spring, summer, fall, winter, they all exist because of this tilt. And guess what keeps that tilt stable? The moon. Without the moon, Earth's axis would wobble chaotically over thousands of years. And I mean choatically. Scientists believe the tilt could vary anywhere from 0 degrees to 85 degrees. Let that sink in. At 0 degrees tilt, the equator would get blasted with constant sunlight, while the poles would freeze in eternal darkness. At 85 degrees tilt, the poles would face the sun for half the year, creating temperature extremes so severe that ice ages and superheated periods would randomly alternate. Some regions would experience decades of darkness, followed by decades of scorching heat. Ecosystems couldn't adapt. Climate patterns would be completely unpredictable. And complex life? Probably impossible. So here's the billion-dollar question. Could life exist on a moonless Earth? Simple life? Maybe. Bacteria and microorganisms are incredibly resilient. They might survive in underground oceans or deep-sea volcanic vents where conditions are more stable. But complex life, animals, plants, and definitely humans? The answer is almost certainly no. The unstable climate, extreme temperature swings, violent weather patterns, and chaotic seasons would make it nearly impossible for complex organisms to evolve. Even if they did somehow emerge, they'd constantly face extinction-level environmental changes. Everything we take for granted, forests, animals, civilization, technology, exists because Earth has been remarkably stable for billions of years. And that stability? We owe it to the moon. So, the next time you look up at the moon, remember, that's not just a pretty light in the sky. That's our cosmic guardian, our climate stabilizer. The reason we have 2 4-hour days, predictable seasons, and life-sustaining tides. Without the moon, Earth would be a violent, chaotic world where you and I would never exist. Kind of makes you appreciate that glowing rock up there, doesn't it? If this blew your mind, hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible space facts. Drop a comment telling me, what other cosmic what-ifs should I explore? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.